Let's rock and roll. You're listening to Session 84 of Primordial Harmony, a retelling of the classic Elemental Evil story in the Dungeons & Dragons multiverse. My name is Mike, I run this, and tonight I'm joined by...
Hello, my name is Senna, and I am playing Delia the Gnome Wizard.
Hi, I am Kitties, and I will be playing Hum, the Gnome Bard.
Been a while. My name is Miles. I'm playing Tadias Oddenough. I'm an Aasimar Seeker.
Hey, I'm Nyx. I play Vox. She is a changeling rogue.
Hey, it's Zeph, and Dad is back. Zachariel Vitalis, Fire Genesee Fighter.
Excellent. Well, when we last left the Excavators, Delia, Hum, Tadias, Vox, and Zachariel left the strange miniature storm that they saw down the hall behind and traveled back toward beyond the room where they met Mirage. They discovered the large hall before them split in two, revealing a huge chasm. As they advanced into the room, they heard the sound of scurrying insectoid legs. As Vox scouted further, she spotted across the hall a burrow shark on his boulette mount, speaking to Mirage. Vox readied a shot, attempting to get the jump on Mirage, but just as she lined up aim, a mud mephit sprung to life from what seemed to be just a pile of mud. A crystal shining brightly extruded from the mephit's body and revealed the party. Vox shot, and the burrow shark charged, bellowing out that he was tasked with killing the gnomes first. Mirage managed to separate the party with magical mud that formed out of the walls, then disappeared into a pit of mud again. Delia and Zachariel on one side, Hum, Vox, and Tadias fighting the burrow shark. It took Delia only seconds to discern that the magic holding the mud in place was dispellable, and did so, her and Zachariel joining the fight. After defeating the burrow shark, the party continued past the chasm, Tadias using his wings to get across with Hum and Delia, then securing a rope to assist Vox and Zachariel. Continuing on, they found a room with a lone bullet chained to an old heavy piece of stone. Hum found quickly that speaking softly to the creature caused it to be distressed, but remembering how the burrow sharks treated their mounts, shouted at the bullet, and it responded positively. Soon, Hum and Delia all but adopted the creature, with protests from Zachariel. After some arguing, they agreed to come back for the creature after clearing the cult's lair. The excavators pressed on and found a calm hall with a water basin and a frieze depicting a dwarven civilization from centuries ago. Following the sounds of clanging, the party entered a workshop of a Dao, an earth genie, making weapons for the cult. Through conversation, they gleaned that the Dao was simply crafting for coin and cared little about Marlos or the cult's aims. She would not interfere, and the party left peacefully. On the other side of the frieze hall, the excavators were drawn by a yelp of pain. They burst the door down and found a mage of the cult with his lackeys and 4 people in small, cramped cages. The stone melder was knocked down and stabbed through by Tadias with the blood flint dagger, his lackeys surrendering immediately. They freed the victims of Helldorm, and with Orna, a renounced cultist, secured the room with the victims, and also learned that Marlos had the ability to turn people into stone and where his lair was. The party pressed on north, past the Dao's workshop. Tadias turned left into a hall that led to a stairway down into the earth. Hum disagreed with this and managed to get him not to head that way. Tadias nearly had a meltdown, but Vox somehow took advantage of his quirk and set him to turn left back north again. Unfortunately, with the party gibbering, they alerted the cultists in the next room. We return, still, the 28th of Kythron, in the stronghold of the cult of Black Earth. You all stand in a hallway, shuffling of feet and a scratch of wooden chair legs against stone. Let me bring you there. Shift ping. Okay. So there's shuffling.
I see nothing.
You see nothing. Why do you see nothing? You have sight. Is it not loading?
You
for
might be another part of the map. Do you want to like look
Actually-
around, see if you can find light somewhere?
I got it now.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So, what are you doing?
So they heard us.
Okay, so you hear. Did you hear that? And you hear chairs screeching against stone and boots on the ground.
Okay, Vox pipes up. Do you guys trust me?
Go. Let's do it.
Delia Hum around the corner. I point around the corner. Point back to Zafin. Or Zachariel. Over there. And Tadias, I need you to play dead. And while she's saying that, she's gonna morph. She's morphing into one of those the torturers back in the torture room.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go prone and just kind of like lay down on the ground on my face.
You hear some groans as
And I'm kind of standing over him.
you hear some groans as it sounds like some people are getting out of bed, and this individual walks out of the door. What's going on over here?
Okay, I kind of grab Tadias and like kind of whisper, I owe you a beer. And then I kind of punch him and I'm like, stay down. And then I look over to the dude there. I'm like, it's okay. I got it. I'll just take him back to the torture room. Go back a bit about your business.
The heavily armored man cocks his head and begins walking down. I heard other voices too.
But it was him. I got him down.
Roll a deception check. Hey, Miles, we can hear you breathing.
No, now it's too sensitive. Perfect. We fix that.
Maybe the noise gate or push to talk. He kind of puts his gauntleted hand on his head as if to scratch it and says, all right.
And I'm going to start dragging Tadias towards where the torture room was.
Okay. So you do that. Now what?
I'm going to drag him around the corner, like here.
Okay.
See, that works better.
Sounds good. You can move your token. Yeah.
I'm assuming that roll went well because I was not unable to hear you while that was happening.
So yeah, he returned back into that room.
Okay.
Okay, I morph back.
I grabbed my jaw a little bit. Go punch, but the good.
I'm sorry. I do owe you a drink for that. Let's keep our voices down.
That was very cool.
Glad you liked. We should reconvene
Yeah, I'm
with
curious.
our friend.
I'm curious what Zachariel's thinking right now, being up there.
Well, he doesn't know what's going on, so he's gonna wait.
Okay.
Should we tiptoe up to Zachariel?
You do it. I shouldn't walk with that door.
Probably a good idea not to be too separated.
So, what are you doing? What's your approach here?
We're gonna sneak by.
Gonna sneak by. All right. Well, give me some stealth checks. I need one from the dais.
Oh, I was just gonna stay by the staircase, but I don't know if I'll.
Oh,
Let's go for it.
You are?
But
Yeah,
weren't
'cause
we
there-
headed up that way?
I don't know. You tell me.
I remember us coming from the north, so I thought we were heading towards the stairs.
No.
Or am I misremembering that?
You are. So if you remember, well, you might not, but so to catch you up, here is where the Dow's workshop was. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then we are heading north. Then yeah, I will have to do a stealth check.
Okay.
That's a 6.
That's a 6. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think about what the most reasonable thing they would do as they're just hearing footsteps.
Well, don't you think it would be like me, Dragon Tadias? Don't they? Wouldn't they think it would be just that?
Well, Tadias failed his stealth check, which says to me that he's just being loud enough to the footsteps to be heard. That's all. So there's footsteps that they hear walking past, which isn't really too much of a thing. Is your thing. You know what? Okay, here's what's gonna happen. So, start moving your tokens. So, when you guys get to there, actually, let's just say, here's what I'll say. Delia. What's Delia's passive perception?
10.
10? Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I'll roll for it. GM roll. Yeah, okay. You get to hear with no other trouble as you hear a chair being pushed into a table from the door, but that's it. This isn't the right ambience for this place. I need to... There we go. Alright, so you guys reconvene at that corner. What do you do now?
We tricked him good, Zachariel.
What?
Or did you guys want to fight them?
Oh, I'm confused. What are we doing?
We're trying to avoid unnecessary bloodshed right now. But we should get going. We don't want them to be going into the hallway with us walking about.
Absolutely, let's go.
Alright. So what do you do now?
Gonna peek around the corner.
Peek around the corner. More hall, a pair of double doors, of which are blah blah blah. The door here, the double doors here are carved reliefs of what look like, actually, it looks like another frieze, of a scene of dwarves in prayer. And are you trying to listen through the door there?
Yeah, let's try and give a listen.
All right, give a listen with the perception. You hear some mumbling, some inaudible sounds. Sounds like speech on the other side of the door.
I back away and just let the other guys know. I hear some voices behind that door.
Mike, I'm going to be taking like 5 feet at a time because I'm very aware of my armor.
Ah, okay.
Well, we're still looking for that one individual. We need to make sure that he's not here.
You saying we should go into this door?
I'm saying, if you could do it in a way that doesn't arouse suspicion, it would be better.
So these are doors, another pair of doors that are on pivots. But they're not actually. It's almost like a hinge, except. Well, no, it's not like a hinge. It's just that these pivots are near the ends of the door, near the wall. Just to paint a picture. And you see no latch, but it looks like it should be able to open freely with a push. What do you do?
How
Okay,
tight is the? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, okay, Vox, I think she's gonna morph into the guy that just opened the door down there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna open the door.
Can you put your morph thing in chat? I just want to, or do you remember if it gives you the outfit too? Because this was just the guy you saw was just a heavily armored Black Earth guard. He didn't really see any facial features other than his chin and mouth.
I have it down.
We can find it real quick, probably. Just
I can
maybe
find it real
search
quick.
it. Yeah. If not, I was gonna ask how the door frame fits. If we can slide Udarnik in there.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, your clothing and equipment aren't changed by this trait. So you'll just walk in with a different face but the same outfit.
I look back to the guys with this different face. What do you think, guys? Think I can pass?
I don't know. They don't seem the smartest.
I don't know either. You look pretty strange as that guy in your clothes.
The clothes are a little conspicuous.
Well, we can acquire some clothes, perhaps from the next one that we unfortunately bump into. Or we could just make the next ones, and I say, kind of like draw a dagger. The ones in this room.
We could do that, and then Both of us could change.
Exactly. I'm gonna kind of like
Ooh, I
just
like that.
prop myself up against the door, like ready to go with the box.
Okay, I change back.
All right. As you guys are propping yourselves up against the door, you hear the inaudible or not? You hear the inaudible speech. It starts to get louder and louder, and behind the stone door, it's hard to make out what the words are, but you can feel this fervor in the speech. It sounds like it's reaching some kind of crescendo. That kind of cadence. What do you do?
Are we sure we want to bust in here? I mean, it sounds like somebody giving a speech.
They might be important. They might be able to find our man.
But if there are a lot of them and there are only 5 of us.
There's already a lot of them.
I know, but it's better if we take them at small doses and not all of them at once.
If you'd like, they have to probably leave here. We could set an ambush in this hallway.
Can we try seeing what's in there with you, Darnick?
You said the pivots. Are they like the stone ones where like they're really close to the ground where I couldn't fit it underneath like a threshold?
They slide against the ground.
Yeah, so there's gonna be
But
very little.
roll an investigation check.
I can do that. So let's press that button.
So checking over the door, you give a good look to the entirety of it, and you see what looks like a little bit of wear at the top between them.
Okay.
It looks like a chunk of rock has fallen out of the frame.
Oh, perfect. I will apparate Udarnik and try to see if he can slip into that little crack.
Hey, did I have Udarnik on this map? I feel like I...
No idea.
Oh, he's right here. Haha. Good to see you again. Dragging the token on the GM layer. Alright. Udarnik squeezes his way in, and Tadias, you go blind there for a second to see what Udarnik can see. An irregular pit fills the center of this large hall. In the middle of the pit stands an obelisk of glistening black stone. Bleached bones lie scattered near the foot of the obelisk. A smaller stone post in front of the obelisk holds a pair of manacles which now confine a strange gnome with gray skin and a bald head. You see this priest with her hands up, and you can hear her clearly now as she says, Now rise, ancient bleeding stone, and take your sacrifice. And you can see the stone starts to warble and goo starts to ooze out. What do you do?
5 of them. They're doing some sort of sacrifice. We need to move if we're going to save them.
Let's go.
All right.
Door, breach, murder, go.
You open the door.
I kicked the pivot.
You kick the door in. Roll. You can try that if you want. You can roll a strength check.
All right, yeah, why not? We back.
I'm gonna
We back.
step over.
So you kick the door and it starts to open, but it's not as dramatic as you'd hope. It starts to just like move a little bit.
It's a
I
nice
thought you were
little
supposed to be
slide.
strong.
And but the door is open now, and the priest looks behind herself as the nasty junk starts to subsume out of the obelisk here. Roll initiative.
No. That junk was not on the map.
I was just described as junk. Now it's extra scary junk. Oh, I didn't click my token. Crap. Let me fix that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That is
Oh,
unfortunate.
Delia comes in with a tourney.
Hell yeah.
At least someone's ready.
I know.
Alright.
I rolled a 1.
Oh shit.
I'm normally on the other end of the.
Yeah, but you have Dex, so you're still ahead of me.
The priest rolled a 20. What's Delia's
There you go.
dexterity?
0, I think.
Yeah, the 0.
Alright, hang on.
All right, you darn again.
Faster than me.
Is Udarnik
I mean,
in-
dragonflies are stupid fast.
Is
That's
Udarnik-
true.
Is Udarnik in this?
I don't really want him to fight because I don't have that spell.
Okay, you can poof him. I mean,
Yeah.
I figured you did as soon as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. What is your dex modifier, priest lady? Oh. Both of you are 0. Roll off! Alright.
Roll off.
Roll me a d20, Senna. Oh wait, I always do in Flavor of the Players. I forgot I did that. Nah.
It's been a while since it's happened.
It's been a while since this happened. But Vox goes first, and then followed by Delia. So what's Vox doing?
Okay, and we surprised them? No?
No, not with that weak push.
Right?
Oh,
They, not really, no.
Ah.
They're like, somebody's knocking on the door. We should go check.
More or less.
Okay, I'm going to let's shoot that one there.
Alright. They turn around, drawing their dagger. Just in time for a arrow to whiz past their head, just barely clipping their ear. And they growl. Anything else?
Oh, don't I get advantage on that one?
Why?
Because it
That's
hasn't
fast.
taken its turn.
Oh.
Yeah, her thing gets an advantage when she's
Yeet.
first.
Roll
My
again.
assassinate.
That sucks.
Fuck.
I'm so sorry. That's it for. Is it anything
I'm
else?
gonna step out.
Okay. Delia.
Done.
I'm gonna sort of peek between Hum and Zachariel here. And then we're doing a fireball.
Doing a fireball.
Yep,
All right.
good old classic. We're gonna do it at a 4th level.
Oh fuck! That was something I should have mentioned at. I'll say it after combat. I need the template. Template. Where are you, template? There you are.
Beer pack.
Toasty.
Circle. 30, 20 feet. Brr. Alright, where are you putting it?
There's good. And then I'm gonna carve out the grayskin dwarf dude,
He's
the
a-
sacrifice.
He's a gnome. Actually, don't know if you can see him. Actually, I don't think you can see him because of the stairs.
Okay.
Well, you know he's there though.
Maybe he's making some like muffled, pained, like, oh, I'm about to be sacrifice noises.
Okay, here, yeah, you, I mean, the whole time when the door opened, like, you could hear the clanging of chains and muffled. So, yeah, sure, I'll allow it. That makes sense. Nature or in universe. All right. So let me do some rolls here.
I can even move it a little bit closer if that would help.
I mean, are you trying to get the creature behind him?
I mean, I was, but the thing says that affects other creatures that you can see. So
You know he's there, but you can't see him. So
right.
Yeah.
So just to err on the side of caution, I'll bring it a little bit closer.
All right. So like everybody on the periphery, but it doesn't matter because you'll carve them out anyway.
Right.
All right. So you get 3 cultists and the priest. Let's see. X. Ooh, that's a big fail. Why are you still hidden?
You was robbed.
Yep.
2, 3. All right. I don't think it matters for the cultists. No, it doesn't. They're vaporized. And the priest didn't save, so they take the full. Oh, you were robbed. That's unfortunate. 27 damage. All right. It is the priest's turn, and is not happy about that.
Oh, can I move back a little bit?
Yes. And does a... Oh yeah, definitely. Lifts her glaive and then her hand forward, and summons a wall of sand from the floor and encapsulates everybody in it. Fools, he says. That's her turn. That cultist is dead. Cultist is dead. That cultist is dead. Udarnik's not here. Tadias, you're all up in this sand. Let me just key it.
Yeah, don't misspell too much if it's like a half speed or if I have to make a check.
Conjure a wall, blah blah blah. Blocks line of sight, but not movement. You're blinded in the space. And okay, so the rough terrain is 3 foot for every 1 foot.
So this is 15.
Yes.
And this is 30.
Yep. As you force your way out, you see this priest glaring at you. What do you do?
I'm gonna flip the blood flint dagger in my hand and I'm just gonna chuck it into her chest.
All right. That is a hit. Solid contact as you hear a sizzling sound. She cries out.
And she's kind of like recoiling from the shot. I'm gonna throw Rezier into her kneecap.
That hits. Oh yeah. It buckles.
How is her? Is this concentration? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it buckles, and what happens is she falls down and just cracks her head on the stair. And I believe it is concentration.
So it wouldn't matter. She's dead.
Wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. It says it's not.
Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Some of the spells are weird.
No, it is.
Okay.
Or wait. Yeah, concentration, yeah. Alright, roll 20. Fucked up. Yeah, so it disappears. Poof.
All right. Bonus action. I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna try to get in line of sight of the gibbering monster. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and try to draw a little bit of attention. Hopefully.
Okay,
That'll be it.
that'll be it. Hum.
Hum can't see much, so she's gonna go into the room here. Is this one still alive here?
He is. He's He saw what just happened, and he has his knife out, and he's looking at Hum, and he's like,
She's gonna throw, stop hitting yourself at him.
Let's see. What kind of save does he got to make? 17 wisdom. Yep. Wow.
Are you fucking kidding me?
he looks at the pommel of his knife, his scimitar thing, and he looks at you. And he's like, "Stop it!" Anything else?
She's going to. Ooh, when's the last time she's vicious mockery? She's going to use her ring to viciously mock him.
All right.
And she's just going to call him a fool for standing there.
What a spread.
Wow.
He kind of blibbers a little bit. Says, "You're trying to hit me." All right. Anything else?
Just actually gonna move out of the doorway so other people can get in, and that'll be it.
All right. The lobby glob stuff comes out of the obelisk, and let's see. So Tadias is trying to draw its attention, but it has food right there. So unfortunately for you, for him, let's see.
I like this Bane voice DMing though. Unfortunately for you.
I should make a
You
note
have
this
made a
year.
great mirror.
It is going to just... Yeah. So, the creature just starts to subsume around this poor deep gnome, and you can hear sizzling, and it starts screaming. Ooh, that's not good for it. And you see smoke starting to rise, and that's the end of its turn. This cultist here looks at Hum, looks at everybody dead here and the fireball, and drops his scimitar and goes to his knees. Zachriel.
Let's see here. Alright, so Zachary will run in here, 25 feet.
You're sort of you're like 5 feet above the ground now on these stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. Don't know if it's gonna work. But I can see like this, like whatever's going on here, right?
So you see the form of a gray-skinned gnome who is being subsumed by this black jelly junk, and you can hear the sound of sizzling and muffled screaming.
And this is like open ground, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not worked stone.
It looks like kind of like clay a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna use the last bit of my movement to jump down and jam Sunni into the clay and summon a pillar of earth to jettison him out of the pudding
Ooh, okay, I like that.
with bones of the earth. That's the only thing I can try
Well,
to save.
let's see. Can you key the spell?
I can. Let me see. Oh, hang on.
Okay. Here's what happens. How much damage is it? 15 bludgeoning? Okay. Alright, here's what happens. You summon this pillar of earth that comes out of the ground, and what happens is it lifts what was once this obelisk of porous stone, and it juts it out of the it's a black pudding. It juts it out of the black pudding, and it sort of slams the obelisk into the air with the gnome still attached to it, and then it falls at an angle like a tree trunk down, and this pillar, which I guess I should maybe try to symbolize on the map with a with this little thing here. It just falls over here with the gnome still attached to it, with some of the junk kind of like sloughing off of his body, and the black pudding, his form has been like disrupted, and it just kind of wiggles a little bit as it takes that damage. And Thaddeus had like landed right in front of you, and yeah, good turn.
All right, that's it for me.
Fox.
Neat.
I'm gonna come into the room.
Yes.
What's that dude doing?
He is chained to this obelisk thing, which is now on the floor. He's chained to it by manacles, and he's gagged, and he's got nasty black gunk on him.
Okay, let's just shoot at that guy.
All right. So he has cover because you're behind these stairs.
Oh, it doesn't go down?
No, it goes up.
Oh, I thought it went down. Okay. But I failed anyway.
Well... Yes, because it hits the stairs. You actually would have made it if you climbed up the stairs. Unfortunate. Delia, or is there anything else you're gonna do, Vox?
Nope.
Okay, Delia.
Okay, we're gonna come in and come up the stairs. And I'm gonna shoot a firebolt. This guy.
Yeah. Alright. Nasty sizzle pop. It doesn't make a sound of pain though, because it can't. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright, Thaddeus.
What kind of check would it be to scramble up the side of here
Up the where, huh?
instead of using the stairs to scramble up the side
To just go into the pit? Here?
to rescue this guy?
Oh, well, so he's on the ground, basically.
Oh,
So
so he's on the ground, so he's right next
the,
to me.
The obelisk toppled over, and he's still, like, chained to it, but now he's, like, on his side.
Gotcha. Then I would like to make some sort of check to like use Rezier and try to cut through those binds and get him out of there.
Alright, he is chained with manacles. So it's gonna be a tough call.
Oh, I thought because it's magic and it literally does the cut thing.
Well, no. It's
Did its
just
name.
I have to look up the object hit points.
Gotcha.
Okay, that much, and then there we go. Let's.
If I don't
see.
think I can cut it, I can chuck him.
Nope, I have the AC.
All right.
And
So let's go with the res.
Okay, roll damage. All right. You hit the chain at a weak link and break it. He has one manacle free now, but he still has the
I'll
other
go.
one.
I'm gonna go for the other one now.
All right, that hits. Yeah, you in two quick strikes. You strike in, twist, snap, strike, twist, snap, and the the gnome here scrambles and starts to get to his feet.
All right, I'm just gonna like kind of like interpose myself as best I can and just say go.
In a language you can't understand, it says a word. Actually, what can Tadiah speak?
I'm pretty sure not undercommon. Let's check. I have common, just normal dwarvish and celestial.
Okay, yeah, you don't understand.
Okay.
All right. That guy still cowers. Zachriel.
All right. For my next
Are
trick,
we skipping hum completely?
Did I skip Hum completely?
Mm-hmm.
yes, she did. She's a 6.
Oh shit.
I'm a
And I
2.
skipped the fucking black pudding too. Go ahead, Hum. How the fuck did I do that?
I don't know.
So Hum's gonna come forward to the top of the steps. And what is she going to do? She gonna take a shot at this pudding.
All right. That is a hit. Let's see. Mojo crossbow is a magic weapon. Yeah, it into him. But you notice the arrow starts to just dissolve.
No. Okay,
Anything else?
that's it.
All right. Black pudding goes. And you said you interpose yourself, or are you not doing that, or?
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure how I was moving it, but yeah, I'm taking the heat.
All right. You're gonna take a pseudopod.
How dare you?
8. Oh wow. Well,
I will not take a pseudopod.
Did you activate? You didn't activate the thing. You didn't say you did. So you just dodge it nimbly. All right.
Yep.
Zachriel.
All right, Zachariel is going to stand up and pull Sunny out of the clay and raise his shield and point it at the black pudding, and he's going to cast spin a couple charges. Because now I'm like a sorcerer.
All right. Needs to make a dexterity saving throw. No. More of
14 fire.
really acrid smell starts to fill the room as you hear the sizzle and pop. Anything else?
Yeah, he'll kind of move over to. He's seen those pseudopods. He's going to try to give Tadiah some cover and covering the small one.
All right. Box.
Okay, she's gonna give up her bow and come a running up to this blob with her sword and slice it.
All right. You hear, as you're running with your sword toward it, the gnome says, now that like he's seeing who's around, he says in Gnomish. Can you speak Gnomish?
I imagine our two gnomes can.
Our two gnomes can,
Yeah.
but it's important for this moment if Vox can.
Okay, so I guess I didn't pick my 2 other languages, so I guess no right now.
All right. Well,
Oh shoot.
you don't hear him, but maybe if you flavorfully decide you know Gnomish. At this point, you don't hear him as the two gnomes on the stairs hear the grayskin gnome say, "No, don't hit him with a mundane weapon." But roll your attack. You are committed. That's a hit.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll sneak attack. Okay, so takes that damage. When you pull your sword back, you notice that it is corroding. It has pits and bits of rust on it. Your short sword now does 1 less damage. Anything else?
Nope.
Delia.
Oh, I guess back away.
Okay. Like, disengage? Alright. Delia.
I'm gonna say I don't know if I'm sure you guys have guessed it by now, but don't touch it with a mundane weapon. And then I'm gonna shoot it with a firebolt.
Alright. That's a hit. It starts to bubble and boil.
That should do it.
Alright. The gnome runs over to the corner of the room here.
Hum is going to just take another shot with her crossbow.
Okay. That hits. The arrow...
And that'll be it.
Huh?
And that'll be it.
That'll be it for the black pudding too, as your bow or as your bolt strikes this chunk of it, and it just sort of collapses into a puddle.
Not bad.
Hum's
Fox
gonna
looks
run
at
over
her sword.
to the gnome in gnomish act. Ask, how are you feeling? Or where can I help?
You see he's covered in acid burns. And he says, "Oh, thank you. Any of you a healer?"
She's already doing it.
Okay. His wounds like scab over, and new living skin appears, and he looks a lot better. He's got a couple of marks on him, but he looks like he can walk easily, and he doesn't feel any pain. So let's pause that scene for a hot second. What's Zachariel doing?
Well, as the pudding like starts collapsing on itself, he just kind of backs up a little bit.
Okay.
Like not the.
What about today?
He's seen what it was doing, but I mean he'll make his way around. Sorry. Over to this dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He turns to you and okay. So that's happening. What's Tadaius doing?
I'm just gonna be chilling with the gnomes, just hanging behind them.
Okay. Vox, are
I'm
you doing
talking about-
anything in particular?
Just looking at my broken kind of sword, just saying, "Oh fuck, how am I gonna get this fixed?" While I'm walking over to the everyone.
All right. Zachariel, the cultist, just kind of looks at you with his hands on his head and just is silent. Is there anything you want to do, or are you just watching him for the moment?
I'm just watching him for the moment. See what everyone else wants to do with him.
All right. The gnome looks at those gathered around him and says, "Thank you so much." I thought I was done for.
How did you end up here?
He says, he says, um, I've been looking for the place that is supposed to exist underneath. Um, he says, he looks at, he says, he looks like he's a little wary of what he's saying as he talks. Um, he says, I was just about to reach the stairway down, but then he gestures to the dead priest. She and her cohorts kidnapped me. I'm looking for an artifact. It was my father's mission, and he passed it on to me.
What kind of artifact?
Are you with the cult? You're not, right?
No, that's
Like
fine.
any of the cults that have been rising up again.
No, we are actually fighting against all of those cults. We're here to crush them.
He eyes you, and he's still speaking in Gnomish, by the way.
Hum stands up straight and tall and shows that there's no symbol on her or anything like that.
Pleasure to meet you. He puts out his hand and he says, "My name is Rookomoth Glitterstone. You can call me Rook."
Hi,
And Mike,
Rook.
if that guy looks over to me, I've got Sunni up against this dude's neck.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that, but the problem is the stairway.
Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Hum, and standing next to me is Delia.
Hi.
Standing behind me on my right is Vox, and she says, "Vox, this is Rook." And standing over by Delia is Tadias, and the one that is around here somewhere with the fire hair, that is Zachriel. And we're part of a group that comes from Fourth Stride, and we're protecting people against the cults.
He has a big smile and he says, "Well, it's a good thing somebody came in, or somebody rose up to meet them." He says, "Okay, well, how much do you know about the lore of the outer planes, or of the inner planes?"
Quick question.
Yeah.
Are you kind of translating?
I will.
Okay.
Vox asks, like, "Hey, can you
I look at her and I say, I'm just introducing us. He's going to tell us about the artifact he's searching for. His father searched for it before. And she goes back and she says, Go on, Rook. And she'll be talking as he's talking so that they understand.
do you know what an Arcno Elemental is?"
Do we?
You do. Um,
We are very familiar with them, actually.
I'm looking for one of the artifacts that contains an essence of one of the good Arcno Elementals. Are you familiar with Sunni?
Uh, we may know a Sunni. She's looking back and forth, kind of shady like.
Uh, I'm not sure.
Would I understand the word Sunni, or
Yeah.
is that like in a different language?
Well, I'm actually translating as he's speaking.
Okay. Vox was probably gonna head back down to Zachriel and be like, they mentioned Sunni.
Huh? What? Oh, yeah, she's right here. Why?
Oh, but that gnome mentioned it.
Oh,
How Sunni?
How does Suni feel right now?
She's very pleased that you saved that deep gnome, and she actually says to you, "He seems rather familiar, actually."
She believes that he seems familiar to her, and she's happy we saved him. So you could tell him that she says hello.
Right. I'm gonna go up to him and say, "Shovel."
So what's your relation? What relation are you to Suni, and what does she have to do with this?
My father was her disciple. After the calamity a few centuries back, and after she more or less died, he crafted an item to hold her essence. He told me it was shaped like a gravel-breaking shovel. Yes.
Come with me. I think there's somebody you should meet.
He makes to follow you. He sees, he sees Suni Spade, and he gasps, and his jaw kind of hangs open a bit, and he says, in Terran, you found her.
I turn. Zacro's head just kind of like slowly turns, and he says, "I believe she found me." And he says that in common.
When you say that in common, he tilts his head.
Hum says it in Gnomish.
Do I see his confusion?
Yeah, you see his confusion.
Okay, well, I would say it in. I would also then again say it because I also don't speak Gnomish. So
he said it in he said it in Terran.
Well, yes, but Hum said it to him in Gnomish, but I don't speak Gnomish, so I don't know what she said to him.
Ah.
So I would say it in Terran. I was like, "Oh, sorry, I think she found me."
Well, that's wonderful. She's not in the hands of the cultists.
No, she's in the hands of Zamanrul.
He it just sort of like he just stands stock still, and he says, he then like looks around, and he says, you have Zamanrul with you as well? The Ocno Elemental of Fire? Good fire?
More or less.
He, his eyes are kind of wide, but he suddenly has like a little bit more of a spring in his step, and he says, "There's a decent chance they'll be beaten." He says,
"What do you mean, they?"
"The cultists."
Oh, yeah, so we've been killing many cultists, but we've also been allowing some of them that have made poor decisions. Just leave that hanging.
Well, the funny thing is, Tadias doesn't understand that because he doesn't speak Terran.
And he's not here right now.
Miles,
I didn't even...
Are you here with us, Miles?
He is not here.
Oh. Did he say BRB? Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
And the bathroom emergency. Well, it's even more appropriate because it doesn't speak...
Yeah.
I need to tell you everything I know.
Good, and I'll tell you everything I know about being this good fire.
He says, he shakes his head, and he says, as I understand it, the stairway down leads to a place that was once physically below this temple, but is now somewhere else in this region. It was once an ancient drow temple that had been overrun by elemental cultists. The stairs are some sort of portal. I've actually been down there once from another side, another temple. He says, even further below, it's not really below, but it's connected below. Even further below the Drow Temple, there are these nodes of elemental power. It's probably where the cultists are getting their abilities.
And you can destroy those nodes?
Doesn't quite work like that, unfortunately. They're not objects, they're concentrations of power. And in those places is probably where they're going to attempt to bring forth the evil Ocnomentals.
Oh, I believe we've already experienced something like that.
He looks at you questioningly.
Yes, we had an incident where Vorstad was attacked and they tried to use the Arcane College to open up some sort of rift into a different plane. I don't really understand magic, sorry.
He looks to Delia.
You're back.
Aren't you guys still talking in Terran?
He says, he looks to Delia and he says in Gnomish, I'm sorry, I've been talking in, Terran. Do you understand Terran?
No, I don't.
He, what does he do? He looks thoughtful.
I could if you give me like 10 minutes.
He says, oh, do you have a language ritual?
I do.
Well, your friend here told me that, the cultists had opened up a rift in your local mage school.
Oh, yes, they did.
Did
They
any-
were siphoning energy off of the teachers.
Oh, it's not quite like the elemental nodes. And then he goes and repeats everything he said about the elemental nodes to Delia. And, Hum. Actually, he says it in common. Oh wait, no, he doesn't speak common. Fuck. He says it in English.
Convenient.
Inconvenient. But he says it all in Gnomish for Delia and Hum. And he says, oh boy, this is gonna be complicated, I feel. I wish I'd studied common more.
What does he say?
Hum is just basically repeating everything he's saying in common.
I'll keep talking in Gnomish.
I'll keep translating for everybody. You just talk and I'll talk too, okay?
Alright. Thank you. Hum. He says,
Hey, Tom, oh, you know what? If Hun's going to translate to me, I don't need her to translate for yeah. I'm going to say to him and Terran, do you have a connection with Sunni?
He says, my father was her mortal disciple. Did you hear everything I said about,
Yeah, but I was asking if he specifically had any, like, if he had ever, like,
if
I'm
he'd ever,
leaning in
like,
towards letting him touch Sunni to see if he can feel it.
well, he all he tells you is that connection, with that familial connection. He is the son of Sunni's mortal disciple that saved her essence and put her into the Spade.
Well, you should know that she's quite fond of you.
He's a little bit stunned by that, and he looks at the shovel reverently.
Would you like to hold her?
Sure.
I hand her over.
He holds on to Sunni, and he sort of gets to a knee and holds the shovel with the blade side down, and he closes his eyes, and then he smiles and he proffers it back to Zachriel, and he says, "Everything my father did wasn't in vain. Thank you."
Oh,
He says that in Terran.
thank you and your family.
He says, there's a couple more things that you might find valuable. There is some kind of moat of air elemental energy that seems to be a gateway to the air complex associated with this place.
Oh, perhaps perhaps Chan could resonate with that.
Maybe she pulls the chimes out of her little bra pocket, that she had them in.
And he blinks and he says, "And you have the essence of Chan. Do you have Ben Hadar?
Ben Hua?
The Ocno elemental of water."
We
Oh wait,
have not
you
found
can't
that
understand.
one
You
yet.
can't understand him. You can't understand him.
Oh, okay. I thought Helm was still doing the common translation.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He. I'll have to remember that. He says, the Ocno elemental of good water creatures.
No, we haven't come across any water-based spirits of.
So he's still
It's all very
lost.
confusing still.
What would Ben Hara be shaped as? Do we know?
I'm hoping for something alcohol related, but my hopes may be up.
What's so funny? What did he say?
He said that he's hoping it's alcohol based. I
He
think he needs
furrows-
a drink.
He furrows his brow a little bit and shakes his head.
I furrow my brow back at him.
And he kind of like what? That kind of expression. And then he
I'm
says,
like, exactly.
he like turns to not face Tadias, and he looks at Amandelia and he says, "It's probably my father didn't really know what objects were made to collect or to hold the essences of these ocno elementals, but it must be something protective. Ben Hadar, I heard from my father, was a very protective was entity."
Interesting. Well, as we've learned, not all of these Arcano elementals are placed in an object.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not an object. I'm a person.
Huh?
I'm a person.
I can see that.
Yeah, my name is Zachariel Vitalis, but I used to be Zamanu.
Wow. I thought you were referring to that shield. He points to the
No,
shield.
this is a shield made from my essence by a very wise smith. His name is Tolia. He's an Asia. Nice guy.
I feel like this is growing quite out of my scope. He says that in Gnomish. Well, I'm pleased to be of help.
Oh, do you know where? What's his name?
Our quarry.
Yeah, it begins with an M.
Marlos?
Marlos.
Oh. I believe that he's in the room to the north. Just north of here. Down the hall to the left, and then... down the hall to the right, and then to the left.
Perfect.
You sure it's not the one to the left?
Well, the one to the left is a entrance into this place that connects to another temple. There's a
We
great
should check that out first.
there's a great gate of fire.
Oh, we've been there.
We'll just turn you around when we get there, and you can go left.
That is, what is with your obsession with left hands?
Don't worry about it. No. If
Stop
there's
being
anything else,
worried.
I already have the. I kind of like show him my ear that has like a chunk missing out of it. I was like, I already have paid for it, but regardless, it's just a mental tick. Don't worry.
Okay. Well,
You plan to confront him,
Mr.
right?
Well, most definitely.
I think I should find somewhere safe. I'm not combat
Yes.
ready.
We do have somewhere safe, but you'd have to get past somewhere dangerous first.
He
Are you good at sneaking?
smiles and then he smiles and then he slaps his head and he says, "I'm foolish. I don't need to worry about that." And then he walks past Delia, and then you watch him just mold into the wall.
Oh, that's a cool trick.
How did he forget about that one?
And then he pops his head out, and he says thank you to Delia. He didn't hear what Tadiah said, so he can't quip back at him.
I literally won an argument with the wall right now. Right.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Old fellow. We ready?
His name's Rook, by the way. I think Justin was trying to hash that
Like
out.
the chess piece?
Yeah.
It sounds like it. It's spelled. Oh, here, let me just copy paste.
Copy pasting is your friend.
Sure is.
Oh.
Alright. He says,
Featherstone is such a cool name.
it is a cool name.
It is very good.
He says, I'll wait in here, and I'll slip into the wall if, anyone comes in, and I'll just wait.
So I feel like, Zachariah, we've had this guy sitting in front of us, and he knows too much.
Oh!
You're right. He does know a lot.
Uh,
And hopefully it's some of it is what he's willing to share with us.
Right. I can help you. I didn't understand a word that the gray man said, but and he starts to go into like where
Did you stop understanding the way I talk too?
Yeah.
wait, what?
I was translating everything, so he
Oh,
heard everything.
sorry, that's my bad. I'm having trouble keeping track of that for some reason. Okay, so scratch that. He says, right. See, you know where Marlos is. You know about
Okay, so Marlos is there. That's confirmed. All right.
He says, if you go down the hall to the left, there's a couple of creatures that guard the way through. There's a torture chamber down the hall south.
Yep.
And he starts
I
like
already killed the torturer, so what else is...
he starts naming like places you've seen already: the Bullet, the Dow, Mirage.
Hey, what's the deal with that bullet?
What bullet?
The one that's in the
one
room by
chained up.
itself, chained up.
He says, "Oh, that's Dynath's bullet. He's a burrow shark. He I hear him talking about a new way of caring for bullets, where you have a soft touch and let them alone for a while. I don't know
Oh.
anything about bullets.
Interesting.
A lot of the other burrow sharks disagreed with him, though.
Can't imagine why.
That's kind of all I have.
Right. Why did you join the cult?
He looks up and he says, well, was kind of low on money, and they offered
Oh,
a paycheck.
I see. So you join a organization that makes its fortune off attacking the less fortunate, while you are less fortunate. So you like to attack women, children, defenseless people to get your money?
He says, I was just joining the strong team, okay?
What's wrong? You couldn't get a job? They don't seem very strong. Look around you.
He says,
I'm a mercenary.
he says that they were strong enough. Interacting
Oh,
with this guy, you can kind of see that he's kind of a scrawny person.
Yeah. I mean, they all look scrawny to me. I'm a god.
You seem very defensive.
Oh God.
Well, you joined for money, so obviously you have no regrets for your actions, right?
No, I totally regret the times that I hauled off creatures to be sacrificed to the
Creatures.
Oh, you should stop talking, buddy.
What kind of sacrifices?
Hey, Zachariel.
Yeah.
Don't kill him just yet.
What? I'm not
I
going to
don't
kill
think
him.
we're
Come on.
talking about killing him. What are we saving him for?
I need his clothes. I don't need to get blood on it.
No. It's fine.
He starts stripping. He says, here you go.
Yeah, pick up the clothes. All right, on with it.
All right. So, I mean, I'm guessing with just like my passive insight of like 15, I know he's lying.
Well,
He doesn't seem.
He obviously thought high of himself and the team he was on, and now his whole world is turned upside down, and he's trying to survive at this point.
So he's desperate.
Very desperate.
Okay. If you were given the chance to flee from this moment, what would you do with it?
He says, oh fuck. I guess
There is a right answer.
I'd run away from here as far as possible.
And
Maybe-
what would you do with your new life?
Maybe go north to Galtona, find a new farm and work on it or something.
Or something. So you mean find a new farm with unsuspecting workers and attack them and steal their land?
No.
Perhaps you'll kill their children. Or take them for ransom.
He says, no.
Oh, that's strange because you joined a cult and they like to kill children and women because they're strong, right? It's funny.
He has no more words. He just looks up at you pleadingly.
I'd like to incite him saying no when I said, "Are you going to attack them?" To see, like,
Sure.
I'm very curious if he's just saying anything he can to get it out of this situation, or if there's any like sincerity to his words. If not, I'm just going to break his neck.
You detect that he is very eager to get out of this situation as soon as possible and is willing to change to, like, you can sort of detect that he's willing to, like, not just say but also do whatever it takes to not be in this situation right now, including turning over a new leaf maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm not thoroughly convinced that he's going to commit to what he's saying. Should we brand him? The mark of the cult.
You're
Or we
only
could just kill
saying
him. It doesn't really matter to me.
if you brand him, you're only saying that he's going to join the next faction that picks him up.
True.
Yeah.
All right, Delia, look away.
Okay.
Exactly.
Gladly.
I can raise
Yeah.
my hand a little bit. Do you think it could be useful in other ways? I kind of lean down and I kind of like point to his shadow on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's okay. I think that he would be quite useful in other ways.
All right. Well, I'll leave it up to you. I'll walk out with Delia.
Can you, Fox? Can you take Rook with you?
Yeah. I was going to check these guys.
Looting them.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought they
Fox.
were burnt up.
Well, that doesn't mean that they're not corpses that are smoking. Well, in the how about actually here? This is what I'm gonna say. In the ashes of these dudes, you find a total of 13 silver,
Ooh, nice.
and on the priest, 7 gold.
These guys are rich.
Is he about to kill him? He says to Hum.
He was about to kill you.
What? No, sorry. Rook is gonna ask Hum if Zachariel's about to kill the cultist.
And Hum's answer was he was gonna kill you.
Oh no, I just did rather not see.
Yes, please go.
Alright, you do the thing, he die. Do you want to be gruesome?
Well, no, not really. Like, I don't want to
No.
go in depth with it. I'm just going to say to him, I gave you every option that you could, and you failed to satisfy that my wonder if you would commit more crimes.
He says,
I
no,
hope
no.
in your next life, you find peace.
He's just begging, and then...
I'm going to pop the neck.
Alright, he slumps up. Okay. Let's take 5.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, break time.
You guys good to continue?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
And we're back. So, Rook, after that deed is done, enters the room, kind of shudders at the newly added corpse, and walks past Hum here and kind of just leans against the wall and says, good luck.
Yes, sorry for that. I have a thing against cultists.
He, after waiting for Hum to translate, he says, you and me both.
Well, I just say it to him in Terran.
Oh, well, he said the first thing in Gnomish.
Oh, okay.
But then yeah, okay. That conversation happened, right?
So the way I picture that conversation going is like he says it in Gnomish to Hum, I say it in Terran to him, and then Hum tells me in common. So it's like a triangle.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't make sense for me to talk to Hum and then her translate to him when I can just talk to him directly.
Makes sense. Man, language is hard.
I'm just confused entirely with this.
Next homebrew campaign, no fucking languages. Everyone's gonna speak the same.
It's gonna be like Avatar, the last Airbender. Everybody speaks the same language.
I'll just give extra fucking tool proficiencies or something.
Or just pare down the amount of languages. Like one for
one
outer planes.
one language.
Well, no, because then well, yeah, I guess you're right. Sure.
They all have the babblefish in their ears.
I'll have the battlefish in their ears.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
blessing.
babblefish world.
Divine
The
blessing.
entire planet that they're built on is a one giant babblefish.
The
They
god
all
was
took a
like,
trip in the TARDIS before they left, before they started.
"All right, what you doing?"
Well, he said to the stairs, right? No.
North, to the right, down a hall.
To the left. Right then left.
Yes.
Just gonna come up here and wait for the others.
Hum says, "Good luck, Rook. We'll try to come back and let you know that everything is done."
Thank you. And then he starts to walk to the corner here.
Away from the bodies.
Yep.
Smart.
All right.
Hey, everyone. Do you think it's wise to go towards the leader here when we have those enemies to our south? What if he has some way of alerting them?
It may be a good idea to get rid of the enemies to the south.
But again, we'll just be tiring ourselves out before the big fight. So it's could be good, it could be bad.
I mean, if they show up in the big fight, we're going to have to fight them anyways.
True. What do you think, Vox, Tadius, Delia?
I don't see much of an advantage of waiting.
I think it would be worse if they remained.
Perhaps there's a way we could disable the door so that they couldn't get out of it, or
I mean, couldn't Sunni put a couple of those pillars in front of the door?
not today. Fortunately, it takes a lot of Sunni's energy to summon those pillars, and I wanted to use it to save that gnome.
Okie dokie.
Also, she can't do it on worked stone. It has to be like natural earth. Stipulations of magic, I guess.
I thought you didn't know anything about magic.
That's why I said I guess. Listen, I'm learning a little bit. You're doing it. Delia does it. Tadius does it.
Barely, but yeah.
His magic doesn't help him win races, but
Well,
All right.
I'm prepared to just snatch this fellow and get out of here. Tired of these cultists.
I agree. Perhaps if we cut the head off the snake, more, so to speak.
Possible.
Let's hope more heads don't go back.
It's frightening.
I'm following your lead. Just show me what you want me to do.
All right. Delia, you're in
Yes.
the opinion that we shouldn't let them come from behind us.
I think if we're in the middle of a fight with this prophet who's going to be strong and there's still Mirage running around.
Oh, speaking of which, that's a clay room back there, right? Couldn't he have come out of that?
I don't think it was the same type of
It was like hardened clay.
mud pit.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like
Well,
your foot falls like depressed it a little bit, but it wasn't like soupy.
Okay. Well, that's the way I see it. There's one vote for each. Vox, you're the tiebreaker.
I'm split down the middle.
Nope, you're not allowed to be. Choose. Are we going to attack Marlos, or are we going to double back and take out the group of cultists beyond us?
I'm gonna flip a coin for it.
Seems
Boys,
fair.
come.
Gonna take out a coin.
Ping. Odds and evens on the d20.
What was that?
Nothing. I was just suggesting you could do odds and evens on a d20,
Or higher or lower.
or higher or lower.
Let's go higher, lower.
Which one do you choose?
What does higher represent?
Higher means press on. Lower we go back.
Hmm?
Okay. Do I roll it then?
Yes.
D100.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. Any die. There's a higher and a lower on any die that isn't a 1.
Wow. That's higher.
All right, we go forward.
That's pretty even split. I was gonna joke about like throwing a bead. It's a D1. Alright. Okay.
A one-sided dice.
A one-sided die.
A marble.
Roll a
I like
movies.
how split our roll was, though. It's literally 1 over.
Yeah. Yeah. And marching forward, you see that hallway, and you see that it does break off into a left. And Tadias moves away that left.
Just looking down the hallway, making sure there's no one
And
here.
Hum chases him and turns him around.
You
I'm
see,
just making sure.
you see
He's
No,
not
a
look
bunch
up.
of, you see some pillars in the ground there. There's actually a description for that room, so I'll read it.
They're very important pillars here, obviously.
What you can see. 4 massive square columns supporting the ceiling of this ancient hall. That's it. That's all you can see from where you are.
Come on,
All right.
Tadias.
Well, good. Yes, I was making sure. That's all it was. You see him look back longingly as he walks this way.
You see Hum kind of like herding him the correct way.
Okay, so you approach these double doors that are 2 carved in relief, are what might have been dwarves, as they are now really scratched up and either by time or by tool.
Let's have a listen.
Roll a perception check. You hear nothing.
I turn to Zachariel. Are you gonna kick it?
I look at her and I shrug and I'll just push it open.
Push it open. You enter.
Stone pillars, great. Stone people, right?
Hey,
Guys,
remember,
we should be very aware of the idea that Marlos probably knows that we're here, and Mirage might also be in this room.
And watch your eyes.
And yes, do not look at Marlos in the eyes.
The cavern has formations of flowstone, stalagmites, and stalactites everywhere. Stone building that you can't see. I won't continue reading, but you also see these creatures. Let's see. Numerous lifelike statues have been arranged among the rock formations. The statues depict creatures in poses suggesting shock, fear, and agony. And they're not as big as they seem on the map because they would be huge creatures. No, you just got to use your imagination and pretend that they're medium-sized.
I'm gonna be ready with my bow, short
So,
bow,
You cannot
Yeah,
ready
like
outside of
dagger.
combat, but
as I step in.
okay. Step in. It's oddly quiet. Second. Okay.
So these statues, how big of a space do they take then?
Well, assume that it's the space that they're taking, but then there's also a bunch of stalagmites and stalactites around them. You follow? So just assume that they're as big as they appear to be, but like in the fiction,
Like, could I go up here to it?
yeah, you could. You'd be in rough terrain, but you could. So any square that these things are in is rough terrain, but the actual like in fiction, the people are sized to be medium because they're humanoids, and the area around them is like stalactites. Which one's the floor? Whatever the floor one is. Stalagmites. And so to continue that, a stone building is anchored in the north wall, and a stone door stands in a masonry wall to the south, which is what you guys went through. A natural gap in the cavern wall to the east reveals a dark area beyond. And yeah, life-size statues. And you watch as you see a shadow run across the floor and then go into the door on the other side of the hall.
Right, where did we see it from and go?
You see a shadow come across, like it's like a dark area, come from here and then go into the door here, disappear underneath it.
Okay.
And then a moment later, the door opens.
Delia closes her eyes.
And a man steps out.
Guys is gonna look at the ground.
You hear footfalls.
I'm gonna raise my shield and just kind of look at the ground on an angle.
Welcome.
I avert my eyes.
Welcome,
just
welcome
staring into the
indeed,
darkness.
says this man that you're hearing. He steps in. And no one's looking at him. Is anyone looking like at him, just trying to avert their eyes from the face?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes.
like in Greek mythology, where who fights the Gorgon? Hercules, right?
The mirror shield thing, where he hides behind the shield.
Yeah. So I've got my shield kind of blocking my eyes, like
He's-
my eyes, and I'm looking on a diagonal, like a 90-degree diagonal, at his feet and legs.
Okay. What were you other guys saying?
I'm just staring at the back of Zachariel's legs.
Okay. So Zachariel, at least, can see that this man is wearing wearing fine-looking robes, and in his hand he carries what looks like a wicked war pick. You can hear, filling the room now, the sound of slithering, lapping snakes.
Why does it always have to be snakes?
Thank you for the welcome. You must be Marlowe's, are you?
That I am. That I am. Master of Stone, bringer of Ogremok. Soon enough.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Could I use my buckler to look at him like Zachariel
I
is?
mean, like, all you
Would
have.
it be?
You can. I mean, so like you're testing it out, right? You can. Are you saying?
Yeah.
Are you saying the buckler has a mirror finish or something, or
Yeah. What would it?
I don't know. It's a you kind of decide the flavor of what your weapon looks like. So, how did you envision it before?
A little shiny. Kind of like a
Well, you can
little.
see. I mean, you can see. You can see a little bit. You can see his form. Yeah, you can see his form.
Okay.
Um. He says, Master of Stone, bringer of Ogamok. Soon enough, at least. And he says, he says, and from your quite audacious hairdo, I assume you are a, what was it? Excavator.
I think perhaps you're not the person to be saying anything about hairstyles. My name is Zachariel Vitalis. I am indeed an excavator. We are, I would say we are the masters of moving Earth.
Ah, yes, because of that spade you acquired from one of my associates.
Yes, sure. She has been a great help, and she's very happy to see you. And by happy, I mean, you know.
I'm sure. Listen, diggers. Things are going to get quite dangerous for you. I have several choices for you to make. One, you hand over the spade, I treat you as my honored guests, and you leave on your merry way. Two, you refuse me, and this room will grow very perilous very quickly.
Those are two choices. There's not many.
The
Yeah,
third
that's only
choice is you run, and I let the rest of my. That's a good word. He says, I let my underlings deal with you.
Seems very similar to the second choice, would you not say?
Who did you say that to?
I'm just saying it to the dude. I'm trying to draw him in with sass.
He. Are you sure you want to do that?
I don't know. Unless I know Zachariel the way I think I know him, I don't think he's giving you that spade. Unless you make him a really, really good deal. And your honored guest is not, I think, enough.
He grips the pick and he says, "So be it." And he takes the he like a walking cane. He taps the ground with it, and it reverberates out, and the room starts to shake. But one thing you see immediately is the shadow from before zips out from underneath him and gets to here, and then manifests into a creature standing tall. Roll initiative.
All right, time to go.
Hey,
Yeah,
we're ready, dude.
going last.
Alrighty. Rolling some initiatives here. Oh, you're not. Of course you're not. How dare you make me waste 20 seconds of my time? Alright, let's sort this initiative tracker. Alright. Delia, the room is rumbling a bit. Your eyes are to the ground, or wherever they are. What do you do?
I'm gonna peek open my eyes and look at the ground. Is this? Can I like? How big is this like stalag? Something formation and like statue? Can I like hunker behind it?
You could, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna cast Bigby's hand.
Oh,
Bigby's
it's time.
hand. Have you still gotta draw that yet?
Yeah, I do.
Alright, we'll use this. And I'll make it purple.
I hope it's going to be purple.
And it's huge.
Alright, I'll do that in a
Well,
second.
it's called large. It's large, but you know, it's huge.
It's big.
It's a big hand.
Bees, man.
Alright.
Okay, and then I'm gonna make a punching motion, like into my own like palm,
Okay.
and punch this guy.
Alright. That is a hit. For 15 force.
Oh yes, I think it is force damage. Yes, it is force.
Alright.
Let me update that.
15. Okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna tap my staff on the ground and cast Blade Ward.
Alrighty. Marlos. He starts striding forward. Around. Oh, actually, no, he doesn't go that way. He starts striding around. And he says, "Oh, come now. Don't hide from me." He gets to here, and he cracks his neck, and you hear this rushing sound as he twirls his iron pick, and he stares in your direction. That's it. The rumbling gets louder as coming up next to the shadow demon is a boulette that bursts from the ground, and it leaps over the statue here in the formation of it, and hello? Okay, everything stopped for me, and I was like, it leaps over it, and it lands in front of Zachrael, and it opens its maw and attempts to bite him. I assume Zachariel's attention is definitely on the bullet because it's not the direction of Marlos. Is that correct? Okay. So he does not get advantage. He goes for a bite, and Zachariel, he's going for that hand.
Oh,
16.
miss.
Miss. He
I'm
goes.
gonna-
You notice he goes for the spade.
I see that. And in that reaction, I kind of drop down and I'm gonna ram the teeth of the spade into like the soft section between the where the leg connects to the body
Mm-hmm. The joint.
with a riposte.
A riposte.
Riposte.
That is a hit, just enough. 10 bludgeoning as it cries out.
15.
15. He cries out and snarls. Vox.
Oh boy.
If you attack him, you'll have, and you're not looking at him, you'll have disadvantage. That's how it works.
Okay, because if I got my eyes on the ground and I kind of look up to his feet,
The mechanics are, if you're not looking directly at him, you have disadvantage.
okay, I'm going to, run up to him, still looking at the ground, and I'm going to stab him with my dagger.
Alright. You'll have disadvantage on this. Alright. You hit. Roll damage. Oh, not a bad hit. Ah! You're quite good. He growls. Anything else, Fox?
I think I can disengage,
You can.
but like if I'm gonna run by him, stab him, and like keep running
Okay.
to behind here.
Alright. You do that. We Shadow Demon. The Shadow Demon moves away from Bigby's hand. Does Bigby's hand do opportunity attacks?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't think it does, because it says when you cast the spell and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can move the hand up to 60 feet and then cause one of the following effects with it.
Alright, then... No, yeah, you're right. It doesn't have actions of its own. Okay, so it moves away, and it moves over to where Vox went, and takes a nasty swipe at her with one of its ungodly long claws. For 14.
It misses.
It misses,
I duck.
and it like passes through the stone. Alright.
How far is this bullet from me? I mean, he's pretty big.
Game-wise, 5 feet.
Okay, so she's gonna have to take a shot with disadvantage, right? With her bolt shower.
Bolt shower is not an attack roll. It's a save.
Okay, she
She can just
It's
lay
going-
into him.
she she is going to. I'm trying to decide what to do.
Okay.
She's going to use Mind Sliver, I think.
Okay. An intelligence save for Boulette. Let's see. No. What's the other effect to Mind Sliver? There's another effect, right?
Oh,
it should be in there. Saving throw. Its next saving throw is disadvantage. Oh no, next saving throw it rolls a d4 and subtracts it. Okay. Alright. Don't let me forget. Anything else?
That's it.
Tadias.
Alright, focus fire. That's what the dude with the red hair told me to do. So, yeah. I'm gonna run up on this bullet and try to slice it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Blood Flint. I'm gonna improvise. Use my last one. Nah.
It bounces off of its stony hide.
Excellent. I'm gonna try to do it again.
That hits. It finds purchase, and it sears its blood for 12 damage.
I'm gonna bonus action do the jets and just chill right there.
Alright. Zachriel.
Alright. I'm going to attack the bullet. Wait a second. I need to check something.
Okay.
Just one sec real quick. Yeah, I don't think I can. Alright, I'll just attack it.
Okie doke. That's a hit. 13 bludgeoning.
And
Ooh.
that's going to be a brutal.
Alright.
$22, I think.
Yeet. Alright. The bullet is starting to bleed heavily, but it still looks very determined to chomp at Zachriel.
And for my bonus action, so I have been a little low on health for a little while, I'm going to use second one.
Alright. The ground shakes more.
Oh,
and
God.
That's unfortunate. The ground shakes, and coming out of the wall to the west on this map, you see a earth elemental walk into the arena here, and it surveys the area, and it starts walking to the center. It sees Vox. I don't know if I can actually get there, though. Hang on. Let's see. What's your speed? Oh, your speed's 30. Oh, you can't get there. So it walks to here, and totally not sure what's going on with the hand, and it looks like it's heading toward Vox. What's Delia do?
Guys, do I punch the guy?
I'm just nodding my head. Yes, please.
You don't have to look at him, right? So yeah, punch him.
Okay, I'm gonna do the thing where I stay like the opposite side of the statue away from him.
All right.
And then I'm gonna make a punching motion towards him.
All right. Roll that attack. That hits. Ugh.
Oh, I don't know why it
Ages.
did not update.
Is that it?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. And you're still making sure to avert your eyes?
Yes.
Okay. Marlos. Mages. Why do they all seem so useless? He raises his pick, and he's going to have advantage on this. You're not in an actual square. There we go. This is going to hurt. He swings down with his war pick. 16 misses. Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
I'm gonna use my reaction to shield.
Okay. What's your AC now?
18.
Oh, wait. What do you? Oh, you cast mage armor?
Because I've got mage armor.
Got it. It glances off, and he says, "Let's try this."
And I'm
then.
gonna scream.
He tries. He says, "Let's try this then," and he takes his head and he whips it toward you, and the snakes start. The snakes on it start biting at you. Fuck.
I'm gonna scream again.
And then it bounces off of the force field here, and then he raises the war pick one more time. And he crits as the war pick slams into Delia's body and rocks her whole being. What's 8 times 4, guys?
A lot.
32.
32.
Ouch.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw for Big B. You have Warcaster?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
Wait, yes I do. Yes I do.
I think that saves though because
That does.
yeah, it does. Alright, that's it for Marlos.
10, 15, 25, 30.
The bullet goes for Zachriel's arm again. Chomp. Fuck! 11.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. I feel like Tadias is helping with that somehow. Alright. Vox, you're over there, you're all alone. You got some big baddies coming for you. What do you do?
I'm going to disengage.
Alright. Where are you going?
I'm going to, I heard Delia, scream, so I'm going to run down here and get up behind him and...
He turns to face you. Are you still averting?
Yeah, I've got it
Okay.
to,
You're like, huh!
and I'm going to do another stab with the dagger.
Alright. This is disadvantage +2. You unfortunately do not have sneak attack. That hits. As you get another nick in. Ah! So you decided to help your friend after all, he says, turning toward you for 8 piercing. Alright. Anything else? Oh yeah, you're done. Use your bonus action move. Alright. Shadow Demon. Incorporeally moves down. And Marlos didn't have a chance to order the thing, so it's gonna... Alright, Delia, higher or lower?
I don't want to be responsible for this.
Okay, Zachriel, higher or lower?
Higher.
You want the higher to mean that it hits you or that it doesn't hit you?
Hits me.
It goes for Zachriel, attempting to rake his demonic shadow claws over him. 17.
Miss.
Alright.
Gonna take a shot with her crossbow. I know it's at disadvantage, but she was going to take it anyways.
Okay.
Right at the full left.
It just bounces off its hide, unfortunately.
Okay, and she's gonna throw inspiration towards Zachariah.
Okay.
I
Nice.
don't need that for what I'm about to try.
I'm going to look at the bullet. I'm going to look at the encroaching demon. I'm going to look at the encroaching giant stone person. I'm not going to look at the Gorgon, but I'm going to look at my peripherals and just see everything happening. I'm going to reach over. I'm going to snag Zachariah by the side of the shoulder. I'm going to say, hey, get it done. I'm going to cast haste.
Oh god.
Alright. Haste.
Oh god. Okay. All right, Mike, bear with me. This is going to be a hell of a turn. Okay. So, I had this plan brewing in my head. So, the first thing I'm going to do, since now I can run super far, is I'm going to run away, so I'll get 2 attacks of opportunity. My AC is now 22.
With disadvantage too, I believe.
Yeah.
Wait, why do they have disadvantage?
Don't they have disadvantage on the?
No, they don't. No. I just have +2 AC and.
Just +2. Got it.
Then the bullet will bite.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, I actually had a plan for this. Justin,
Holy damn!
What?
do you trust me?
I mean, if you're about to break my arm, no. But go ahead.
Do you? Okay.
Yes, I trust you.
Okay. As you turn to run toward the Earth Elemental, the bullet snaps, and there's a crunch, and you leave behind, and the spade and your arm are off of you, and you have a stump. But you look down in disbelief as this fucks up your turn, I'm sorry, but you look down and you can see embers and like glowing. You know when you look in a fire and you look at the bottom of it and you see like how the wood is glowing hot?
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Okay.
And it starts to form it starts to, as if it grows out. You have a arm made of fire.
Okay, well that completely ruined.
Well, it's unfortunate. Oh yeah, that also did all that damage to you. How you looking?
I'm still up.
All the Shadow Demon's gonna get a knock at you too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. All right.
Okay, well, I was gonna try to use Sunni to
Yeah.
calm the elemental, so
I
I
know.
can't do that now. So I'm gonna have to run away from the elemental.
Okay.
So it gets an attack.
All right. Gets an attack. 13. Why are you doing that? Yeah, that misses.
That's a miss. So, as part of my haste action, or as an item interaction, I want to empty my explorer's backpack.
Okay.
And with my haste action, I'm going to try to jam the bag over Marlos's head.
Ooh. All right. That's gonna be a contested. I think that's gonna be. That'll just be a contested roll. He's gonna try to just move your hand away. He's gonna try to look in your eyes as you're doing it too. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking away, so I have
Disadvantage.
disadvantage on that.
Yeah. All right. Here you go. 17. Holy shit. This is a struggle for the ages as Zachriel is like stepping into these stalagmites, and Delia, you look up and you can see his arm is not there, but it's replaced by this fiery tendril that's starting to form orange and like an orange-red skin as the fingers are forming more, and you get purchase on the bag and you just cover Marlos's head with it, and he's like, he just kind of shouts and growls in anger.
All right. So now for my action, I'm going to take him to the ground.
All right, you're gonna try to push him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now it
And
doesn't matter.
I won't have disadvantage because
You don't have. Yeah, you don't have disadvantage because you were successful. But he manages to stay
Oh, he's
up.
strong.
He's a strong boy.
Wait a second. I have inspiration.
Oh,
What is your inspiration die?
I think it's a D8 right now.
It is.
He down.
He down.
All the resources.
So the shove was technically a bonus action for me. I don't have a weapon.
You have
Fire
your
tendril.
hand made of fire.
I mean, what am I rolling for that?
Unarmed strike. But you're proficient in that, and I'll tell you what the damage is.
All right. So I guess with my, I kind of got like his head with the bag locked in underneath my arm, and I'm just gonna like kidney shot him with my flaming hand, I guess.
All right.
So it's just a D20 plus.
It's like a
Well,
regular
I just
attack.
roll my strength.
No, it's a regular attack roll. You're proficient with unarmed strikes. So just use the macro that has your proficiency bonus and stuff.
Okay. I guess this is technically a non-magic weapon, so...
That works. And you hit him. You have
Alright,
advantage,
what's the... Oh, right. I did... Well, do I? Because I'm also technically prone?
Oh, did you go down with him?
Oh, I went down with him, yeah.
I mean... He's in... Well, also, he has a bag over his head, so yes, you have... I'm going to give you advantage.
Okay.
Okay, so 16 hits. Roll 3d6 fire.
Wow.
Wow, that's
What?
unfortunate.
Are you kidding me?
This is impressive.
That's unfortunate.
Alright, second attack.
That hits.
All sixes.
Oh my god!
Good.
So close.
You hear Marlos call out, Mirage! Mirage!
Wait, wouldn't it be muffled?
Oh yeah, it's muffled. All right.
He's calling for Mirage!
Are
That's my full turn.
That's your full turn. All right. The Earth Elemental definitely sees what Zachariel's doing and goes to attack him. He attempts to slam.
He has advantage.
Ah.
He misses.
He misses, and then he goes for it again. 27
Yeah.
for 9 bludgeoning. As he's kind of awkwardly leaning over. And that's his turn. Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna scream again. And then, do I have enough clearance to give this guy a giant karate chop?
To give Marlos a karate chop?
Yes.
I mean, I think mechanics-wise, you can just move the hand around, right?
The hand can also hover.
Well,
It could just come up over.
well, if
You can do that too.
Zachariel's like wrestling with him,
Oh no, I'm
I
just
want-
saying. I'm just saying you have clearance to do what you want because mechanics will let you get the hand to him. So
okay. I'm gonna karate chop him, and then I'm also gonna dump magic missiles into him because I forgot that Bigby's hand is a bonus action.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you have advantage.
Magic missiles.
What level is that?
That's a 3rd level.
How many third levels do you have left?
That was my last one.
Before we do that, I forgot to remind you guys of this. So to bring you back, there was a scene where Safinir told Tadias that it was super important to get the key from the Earth Prophet. And then to remind you further back, when you slayed Vanifer, you were unable to retrieve her dagger, as it turned to a black object and then disappeared.
We need to dispel magic if you want to have that. This is the DM saying, like, hey, have dispel magic ready or you're going to be F.
Okay.
So I don't know if Hum has a 3rd level.
Hum
or not.
has 3 3rd levels left.
Oh, okay.
so-
Well then, 19 damage.
Okay, and then karate chop in time.
Karate chop in time. Well, that's a hit. 14. His body is looking battered. More battered than it was before. Okay. Anything else, Delia?
Nope.
All right.
I also think that Zachariel is probably screaming in pain.
Yeah.
Through, like, clenched teeth
Oh yeah.
and adrenaline. Yeah.
This is an intense moment. Marlos is going to try to break the grapple. He has disadvantage because he's really fucked up right now. I mean, you got a bag over his head. You have him pinned.
Alright, are you giving me advantage for this or just straight roll for the athletics?
For you, straight roll.
Okay.
Oh.
He struggles mightily and he's trying to get out of your grip, and you notice as you're gripping him, you look down, you can see like his leg and like part of his hip are starting to sink into the floor, but he's unable to get out of your grasp. And that's his turn. The Boulette, with its quarry, begins to sink into the ground. You have an attack of opportunity. Actually, wait, let me think for a second. No. Okay. It does not do that because its master is in peril. It attacks Tadias. With a bite. 14.
Misses.
It has, like, you can see Sunnis' spade, like, in its gullet as it tries to bite you. That's its turn. Fox.
Oh, let's stab him some more.
You have sneak attack.
I think you have advantage too.
You have advantage, too. That's a hit. For 9 piercing plus 25. Blood is starting to just seep from his various wounds, and his struggles grow just a little bit weaker. You can see he's on the edge. The shadow... Or anything else, Fox?
No.
Alright. The shadow demon attacks Zachriel. This is going to definitely change things if he hits. Where's your stat block? Alright, he has advantage. Claws.
Yep.
Oh god. I might. No.
Zachriel slumps. And
Yeah,
you're not dead, Dan.
57?
Jesus. The other one was like 60 something.
Yeah.
Took you out in 2 hits.
Damn, dude. Okay. Delia, you see Marlos is starting to sink more into the earth. It's not his turn, so. That's the Shadow Demon's turn. Hum, it's your turn now.
Hum is going to just cast Mask Cure Wounds.
Okay. Choose up to 6. Okay, so everybody. In a 30-foot radius, so everybody. And 22 healing for everybody.
It's pretty big.
That's so good.
She also throws a new inspiration towards our dear friend Zachriel.
You're still hasted, Zachriel.
Oh, one arm. Yep.
You have... So at this point, your arm now is back to normal. The red skin and the fingernails and the whatever arm hair you might have had is back.
All the arm hair, wow.
I thought the arm hair would wait for a couple days.
Yeah, you didn't give me a fresh shave or anything?
I didn't think he would have any. It kept burning off.
Well, I'm thinking about my own arm, so I guess I'm kind of fucked up. Anyway, is Hum done?
Yeah, she's done what she can.
Alright, Adias.
Alright. What kind of check would it be to like slide my foot in this bullet's mouth and kick the spade over to Zachriel?
It's definitely gonna take both your like attacks to make that happen. So a strength check to get the thing out of its mouth. There's no way you're gonna kick it and it goes over to Zachriel just because it's like in its throat right now.
Alright.
So you have to yank it out first.
How do we feel about me jumping in and then trying to stab it in its soft little mouth upwards with this giant shaped shovel? How about that?
You have to get the shovel first.
I'm going for it.
Alright, it's gonna be a strength or athletics contest.
Yeah.
Ah! Bullet did not expect you to jump in its mouth. You grab the spade and it's free.
Okay, if it's free, I'm going to, I guess, because I can interact with objects as bonus action, just kind of like do the cool like no look past the Zachariel behind me.
Okay.
And then since
Zachariel.
I'm in this little soft spot, I'll just kind of try to cut it up with my other attack action.
Okay.
Go for this. Yeah.
It's a hit. For 12 damage. The bullet starts to bleed out of its mouth, and it growls. Zachariel, you've been through a lot in this past 12 seconds. You got your arm torn off. You were knocked unconscious by weird psychic demon trauma, but you are awake. You're prone, but you're awake, and your shovel is right next to you. What do you do?
Oops, I was muted. All right, item interaction. It's been a rough 12 seconds. I step on the head of the shovel to flip it up in the air and catch it.
Yeah.
And hasted action, I'm going to slam Marlos with the flat side of it.
All right.
So non-lethally.
Okay.
Oh, and sorry, as part of my movement, I stand up because I seen him starting to sink.
Yeah.
So I'm holding him off the ground with one hand. I'm just going to slam him with the
You have advantage.
chummy.
That's a hit. 14. Okay. He is still moving and sinking.
All right. So regular action. I do it again.
That's a hit. And he's unconscious.
Does it look like his body stops trying to sink?
It actually, let me check his stat block. It is pushed out. It's like shulp, and then the leg bounces on the floor.
Okay. I lay him down, and I got to spin around with my other attack and swing Sunni into the Shadow Demon.
All right.
Oh, that's not advantage, but
Oh, that's
That's
to the
correct.
left. So
Yep.
still pretty shitty damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Now I'm going to action surge,
All right.
and I will let off 2 more attacks against the Shade.
You're not gonna go for that Earth Elemental? Just curious.
No, he's not. Oh, well, would that be
Because-
considered an attack or to use
I-
something with the...
I think I said it was an attack. Oh fuck.
Rough 12 seconds. I forgot I had the shovel in my hand again.
Let's
Because
see.
he would try to soothe that Earth Elemental, so I'll forego that attack if it's not an attack.
Control F. Let's see. What? Oh. Oh, here we go. It is a full action to do the Earth Elemental to try to bend their will.
All right. Instead of making that attack against the Shade, I'll try and bend the will of the Earth. Well, I'll try to free the will of the Earth Elemental.
All right. So this is going to be. So first you got to hit their AC.
I mean, does 25 hit?
Yes. All right. So Sunni just says in your mind, "Yes, we can help this one. Bring your will to bear with me." And I need you to roll a charisma check.
Just straight charisma?
Do you have any proficiencies?
I do not.
Oh man, it's just a straight charisma check.
Oof. Wait, you have inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he still has inspiration? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she gave him a second dosage.
I don't think G8's gonna help, but
Well, Yeah, that's not enough.
That
Unfortunately.
wasn't the number, no.
Yeah.
The
And
Earth
it's
Element.
not saved, so I can't use Indomitable. So, is it?
Okay. All right. The Earth Elemental goes and attacks Zachriel, as he is right there. Slam. 17?
Miss.
26
That hits.
for 15, and that's the end of his turn. Delia.
Oof.
So the bad guy's not dipping into the floor anymore.
No, he's knocked out. He's limped.
Okay. We're gonna come tickle the shadow demon.
Okay.
It's a
Interesting way
nice,
to do that.
nice big punch.
All right. Roll that attack. That's a hit. For 13 force.
And I'll just put it here.
Okay. Anything else with your action?
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. He is right there.
You really need a saving cantrip.
You could disengage as an action, get yourself into danger.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that and come right around this way.
All right. Marlos is knocked out. The bullet still has some fight in him. Goes to chomp Tadias.
How dare he?
15.
He misses.
All right, Vox.
I'm gonna come around Marlos and up to the guy.
The Shadow Demon.
And let's dagger him.
All right. That's a crit. Let's see them damages.
Sneak attack with crits.
So 10, along with 19. I feel like I should reward this. So what happens is you stab the Shadow Demon through with this already occultly enchanted dagger, and it shrieks, and its whole form starts to coalesce and shrink into the blade of Occult Siphon. And there's nothing left, but when you look at the blade of Occult Siphon, one side of the blade is that dark blood red, and the other side is a shadowy darkness that looks like it just sucks out any light near it. Anything else?
Don't you get to roll a sneak attack twice?
Well, it killed him.
Oh, killed him. All right.
Yeah.
Her health bar went over the X.
It went. It was overkill.
Nice.
I guess that's it.
Okay. All right. Shadow Demon is no more. Hum. You basically saved Zachriel there. Hum.
Hum is going to come up under the bullet, and she is going to stab him with her dagger
Okay.
on his little soft belly.
Well, his belly's not that soft, but you can try. And unfortunately does not hit. And he just doesn't even regard Hum, as his attention is fully placed on Tadias. Anything else, though?
She's gonna throw a little bit more inspiration. Did Zachriel use his last inspiration?
He did.
You did.
Okay, so she's throwing another one towards him.
Okay. Tadias. His bullet's on death's door, it feels like.
Well, let's help him there.
Hit. For 9 damage. Okay.
Mhm.
Nope. Hit. Describe killing a bullet.
So as Halm kind of sneaks under and starts stabbing, and it kind of like just chinks into the armor, and he focuses attention on me, I'm gonna like kind of run behind her and stab my dagger right next to the same spot. As it turns, I'm gonna turn hers and twist it up into his face and stab it again, and just kind of pull him down to the ground.
It hits some kind of carotid artery, and nasty bullet blood starts pooling under it as it collapses.
I slide Hum's dagger out and I hand it to her. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I guess with the rest of the action, I'm just gonna try to get over here. Actually, I got a lot of movement. 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna drag Zachariel back just a little bit. I'm gonna grab him and kind of just like switch spots with him, like just do-si-do with him. So I'm in between him and the rock thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Right.
he should still be in range if I remember correctly. So that'll be it. Is it at 10-foot range because it hit through the statue?
Ah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Zachariel, it's your turn.
Well, I'm a little confused as Tadias pushes me back a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of step through here and get on this side of the elemental. I'm gonna use my haste action to try and quell the beast.
All right.
Dear God,
That's unfortunate.
I'm gonna use my action to try and quell the beast.
That is enough to hit as you sink the teeth of the spade into the earth elemental, and Sunni says, "One more try."
Yep. Jesus.
You got a D8. You got the D8.
Something's blocking. There's no saving, though. Wait,
Oh.
7 plus 6 is what? Oh, no,
13?
it's not enough.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, the earth elemental is going to have a slam party and go for Zachariel and Tadias. Where's the sheet? Okay, here's Tadias. 19
Ouch.
damage. Here's Zachariel.
Yeah.
Ooh, 27. And Zachariel goes
Yeah.
down.
Yep, that's me.
Delia.
That's why I pulled you out of the way.
I'm gonna have Big V's hand try and grasp the earth elemental.
All right.
So it's considered a large creature.
It is a large creature.
Okay. So it's just
So it's going to be +8
yeah.
to grapple it. Right. The earth elemental. Strength. Nope. It is grappled. What happens while it's grappled?
The first turn doesn't do anything, but subsequent turns I can like crush it.
Okay. So you can. It is grappled, and okay, cool. All right. Marlos is unconscious. Bullet is dead. Vox.
I'm going to run up over here. Just kind of do short bow, try and get his face's attention towards me.
Okay. That's a hit. And I think you have sneak attack too, but your bow is mundane, so yeah. Okay. Roll sneak attack. Alright. That much. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Hum is running towards Zachriel to heal him.
Okay.
If she runs through here, it's rough terrain, correct?
Yes. However, you could step in Tadias' space and heal him from there.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Alright. Wait, why is it only rolling a d8? You should be adding your charisma mod.
Is it not?
It's not. What's your charisma mod?
I think that's the higher level part, right?
Well, no, neither of them are adding a mod.
So my charisma is 5.
Alright, so that's gonna be 18 health. Anything else?
Nice.
She's just gonna step back
Alright.
out of his space.
Its range is 10, so you don't trigger an attack of opportunity to Dias.
I mean, I'm all for saving things, but if we can't save it, I might as well get it a little bit weaker. I'm going to chop it up a bit.
Alright.
I'll go with Rez, and I'm just going to slash at its legs a little bit and slow it down.
That's a hit. For 8. 23. For 8.
And I guess it's exploited as his kneecap, because I'm going for it again. I think that misses.
Misses, though.
Yeah, I know improvises, so that'll be turn.
Alright. Zachriel, you are back up again.
I stand up. My pride has been hurt. I've lost one of my arms and it's grown back somehow. I try to soothe the elemental again.
Alright. That hits.
Hey.
And
Oof.
You get it deep into this creature with the space that Tadias has left for you. And I'm going to say you have advantage on your check so basically triple advantage with Sunni's help.
Okay. Yeah. There we go.
Alright, you actually made the DC.
Oh my god.
The earth elemental freezes up. And there is no other danger here. A couple of seconds pass by. And you can sort of feel through Sunnis that there's this sort of cloud that was in the spirit of this earth elemental, and you feel it dissipate. And Sunni says, "You're successful."
Oh, thank God. Jedi, stop attacking it. It's free.
I'm kind of stand at attention, but just looking at it, just making sure.
The elemental stares down at its hands, and it looks around, and then it sees Zachriel, sees the spade, and it drops to a knee, and in Terran it says, "Thank you."
You're welcome. You're free to do whatever you like now.
I'd like to go back to Fourth Stride and drive carts.
Good. Good. Hey, he says he wants to go back to Fourth Stride and drive carts.
Wait, what?
Sounds like a noble profession.
He's a cart driver.
Yep.
How did I get here?
Does he have an accent?
It's a little. His voice is a little rough, but I think that's just an earth elemental thing. I believe you were taken here by the cult when they attacked. They put some sort of darkness over you.
I remember being pulled out of my cabin, and then it all went dark.
Well, you're free now, and one of your cart friends is back the way we came, so...
Where are we?
good question.
I suppose I will. Are you from Fourth Stride?
Yes, I'm Zachary Vitalis. I work for the... I'm an excavator.
He thinks on this for a moment and says, I don't exactly know what that is, but okay.
This is Sunni. She helped you.
He says, title. I don't know what they do with her title. He says, I know. No. The benevolent stone. And he bows to Sunni Spade.
That's weird. Okay. Is my arm still over on the ground? Or did the bullet eat it?
I think the bullet ate it.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm not just looking at my hand. Okay.
I can go get it for you if you want me to. I mean,
Nope.
Nope,
it's fine.
you can take it back, to the family and be like something masterpiece.
Bad idea. Bad.
I'm gonna kind of work my way over to Gorgon Boy, kind of kick his leg.
I'm taking his war pick away from him.
You grab the war pick, and it's not fading because he's still alive. Smart move. Smart play.
Hell yeah.
What are we doing with him?
Kick him.
I kick him again.
It just is just a slump.
He's very slumpy.
I'm gonna blow a raspberry at him, and then walk over this way.
Zacho's just gonna kind of like, he drops to a knee and looks at him.
The pick is like, oh wait, so Delia took the pick?
Yeah, I got it in my hands.
Okay.
Should we dispel it?
Sorry, keep talking.
I'm more worried about the unconscious man that could probably kill us or disappear into the ground the second he awakens.
Looks like a Fayette.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
Ah, that looks neat. Is it throwable?
It follows the stats of a war pick. And
damn it.
So Delia, when you're holding this thing, it's a powerful, powerful item. And you can just feel a real weight to it. I mean, it's pure iron. And you can feel a sort of intent burrowing into you.
You okay, Delia?
I don't like this thing. What kind of intent am I feeling? Is it bad?
To carve the earth and raise mountains.
And it's heavy.
Not really a Delia kind of weapon.
You should probably take it. And I'm gonna heft it over to him.
Some moments pass. Some more moments pass.
Delia,
I'm sitting here healing you as you're sitting there.
Perhaps dispel the thing.
Dispel what thing?
As time passes, you notice that it's not turning black or anything. It doesn't seem like it's gonna fade away. As long as you make the connection, as long as Marlos is alive, it won't fade away.
Yeah, but we don't really have a way to stop him from doing what he does.
It's true.
We need to... I think our best course of action is to kill him and then dispel the fading.
Do you want me to do it, or are we going to wait around all day?
I'll dispel it. I'm dispelling it.
Oh, Delia, you're finally on board with the rampant killing of cultists. Right?
When you take a war pick to the back...
Yeah.
You're also turning people to stone and fucking...
I'm karate chopping him to death.
All right. Well,
I love it.
when you do that, when you destroy
Chop,
him
chop, chop.
enough trauma, his body transforms to mud, and his robes are left behind.
Ooh, 3 ropes.
We definitely scoop up those robes.
Hey, we can make like a tassel for our capes. Then we need like just a blue one and like some air one, and we'll be set, right?
That would be cool.
Yeah, get a little of each.
Is
Hey,
there
so-
pockets? Anything in the
What-
pockets?
Thank you, for healing me. I'm just gonna grab my bag that is now covered in mud and start slopping all my gear that I dropped on the ground into it.
Bigby's hand is probably faded at this point.
Yeah.
Poof.
So it's not going anywhere, the war pick?
So, not that you can tell right now. And it seems like you have plenty of time to manipulate it or do whatever you want to it.
I scratched like the side of my head just a little bit with it, just like kind of just like itching it.
I don't like the way that he turned into mud.
Or perhaps he was made.
It might have been. What if he was made by Mirage?
Hang on, wait a second. Didn't
'Cause we-
the fire woman turn into ash?
You did. It
Maybe
turned
it's
into
just-
flames and dissipated.
Yeah. Maybe it's just their shtick when they die.
Maybe.
I could be wrong.
Well, I have a new chestnut opener, so we have that. If you ever
Yeah.
need me to
Did
crack open
Saphir
like a
tell you what to do
pistachio.
with it?
No, she's very cryptic about things. I think it's unintentional.
Oh, maybe you should try spending some time with it or something. Maybe you'll have a talking war pick.
I don't like the sound of that.
That's
Like
not so
having
bad when you get
talking
used to it.
giants and talking shovels aren't enough, huh?
Right.
No, Tadayas can also see where it came from.
I can. If we get to a resting point, we can do that.
Well, what are you doing now?
It is a good question. I'm gonna put the war pick on my little waistband and just start looking at them.
Well, perhaps we should go grab Rook and maybe take a little bit of a rest.
What's that door up there?
Oh, yes.
We are pretty close to Orboro. They might have a nice cache of goodies for us.
Yeah, you open the door. It looks like a little bedroom. Let me grab the thing. This sumptuously appointed chamber features tapestries of gold and brown, a huge bed covered in pillows, fine mahogany furniture with crimson cushions, and lovely art objects including sapphires, busts, and urns. An arrow slit faces toward a chasm to the east. What do you do?
Hum is rifling through this chest here.
All right, you ruffle through all the urns and stuff.
Absolutely. We
This-
were rifling through everything.
This is a take. Oh, so the
I'm going to check under his bed.
the tapestry has the image of a flying dragon.
Oh,
All right, so this is a real fucking take, you guys.
Damn.
I'll just copy paste the treasure and then read it aloud. In the urns, it seems like Marlos has stored 1,100 silver pieces and 130 platinum pieces. There's a tapestry that's worth a lot, a carved lyre worth a lot, and an embroidered silk worth a lot. And a suit of chain is folded in a wooden chest, chain that is lighter than you would expect.
Well, You're going to be able to fit all that,
We'll make it fit.
All right.
What's he got hiding underneath his mattress?
Nothing?
Oh.
Not little mud action figures that he used to, like, plan out when he was going to murder us with?
Unfortunately, no.
Damn.
I want some of these curtains.
Yeah.
Nothing stopping you from tearing down curtains.
I'm doing it.
Doing it. You have some nice brown and gold curtains. A tapestry with the image of a dragon.
Feels like we redecorate every single, cultist leader's room when we're done.
They don't deserve to have nice things.
So,
By the way, I know it's overtime, but I want to get as much done as we can because we have 2 weeks without Cinna.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So what's your, just to sort of maybe move our timetable a little bit, what's your next plan here? What are you guys doing?
I think our immediate plan would be to go grab Rook and get him back to the executioner's room, or maybe go take out those cultists and then get Rook and bring him to the executioner room. Meet up with the rest of the people we're trying to save. Get them all out of here.
All right, so you notice I'm going to sort of start abstracting this. As you're walking through the halls, it's eerily quiet. And when you go back to that room, with the cultists that you snuck past, they're not there.
Oh.
And
you know what?
And actually, as you guys are moving about between the lot of you, you notice that there's fresh foot traffic. And it all leads to the stairway down.
Yeah. Somehow I forgot about those stairs.
I'm as captivated by the lyre. She's just like holding it and plucking it softly.
It sounds really nice.
Is it cheating if I change my instrument?
I mean, Bard starts
No,
with
I'm
3
just-
instrument proficiencies, so
I look at Delia and say that.
Or you can just learn it.
This is a beautiful instrument. Do you see this, Delia?
It is gorgeous.
Pretty. So pretty.
Okay, so I accidentally hit delete on my keyboard and I
you
cannot
delete
see
your
a
token.
thing.
Okay, hang on. I got you. I was wondering, like, where'd you go? Okay, stand by.
She sent herself to the Shadow Realm.
Oh. I don't know why you're tiny.
You made a tiny box.
There we go. Can you see?
Change now.
Can you see, Vox?
Yes.
Cool. So you collect Rook. And do you guys go back?
Was there anything valuable in that room that those
This room?
guys were?
Wait, which room?
The one that we snuck past?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me see.
By the way, I told the element to leave, like to go back to Forest Ride. So
He doesn't know where he is, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell him to follow us in the floor or something.
Okay, he'll do that. Let's see. Any treasure?
I don't want to leave them behind after
Nah,
freeing
it's
them.
an empty room.
What? An empty room.
Hey, what about this here? You said there was like a pathway.
Yeah. If you go back to it, you can see that it leads to a chasm.
Oh.
And you can see a little pathway.
Oh, there's a pathway going down.
No, across. So like it's ringing the edge of the wall of the crevice.
Hey, Tadias, do you think there's anything down there?
I mean, I can check it out real quickly, but
You used your wings already.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't have it notified. I had the improvise noted.
It's how
Yeah,
you.
you got us over the chasm that way.
Right. I have my hands still. So I just look down and say, I don't know. We should probably go take care of Rook, though.
Agreed. And the other survivors.
All right.
Should we tell that genie lady that she's out of work?
Probably.
You find that she's not there.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do some drag and drops here.
Rook is still there though, right?
Yeah, Rook is there.
Okay.
And he joins you. But yeah, I mean to bring the dead cultists. Sorry, hang on. They're not.
Nah, bring them too.
No. Well, I mean, you could
Bring out your dead.
But yeah, empty room. Empty workshop. It was like a montage, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the freeze room. Oh yeah, what about Lucy?
What about Lucy?
We should go see if Lucy's there. I really hope she is.
And you grab these guys too, I assume? Somebody came knocking, says Orna. It wasn't the right
What did they
knock.
want?
Well, it wasn't the right knock, so I didn't answer.
Gotcha. We think they cleared out after we killed Marlowe's.
Cowards. I bet Mirage took them down to the lower level.
Well, that would make sense. What's down there?
Some dark, weird shit. I haven't been down there often. I was down at the entrance once.
Gotcha.
And Rook says, well, Rook doesn't understand this conversation, so he's just kind of standing there.
Didn't Rook say something about those stairs?
He did. He said that he told you guys that down those stairs was an ancient drow temple that was taken over by elemental cultists.
Well, I'll say in Terran to him, Rook, do you think we should get you out of here, and then we'll come back and go down to that temple you were talking about, or did you need to go down there?
He says, as long as Sunni is safe in your hands, I'm not too worried.
Oh, too soon.
So you have this whole party with you now, this big group. And
all right. Well, I'll say to the rest of the party, I'm kind of worried about that drow temple, but perhaps we know it's here. We could just come back. What do you think?
We need to go get Lucy.
Yes. Poor Lucy.
We have friends in our borough. We have places to house these people. We'll get them there. And we can always backtrack if we need to.
I'm going to get Lucy.
Lucy's not behind that door. She's this way. It didn't show. Oh, because I'm the GM later. This way.
Okay, I knew that. So I'm going to get Lucy.
Okay. You stakes off on her own. Does anyone
Going
follow?
with her.
Okay. God damn it. Okay. You guys get there. I'll just drag you there. You see quite a violent scene. Lucy is shivering in the corner, and there's a dead cultist.
Lucy! Did you try to eat him?
She jumps and like steps on the cultist and then licks you.
That's right. That's what we do to him. We squish him. Come on, let's go.
Good job, Lucy.
Oh boy.
She seems very pleased. The chains are still holding Lucy to this big stone, though.
How are they attached?
It's like bolted to like a flange kind of thing.
Could I undo the bolt to the flange?
If you have a tool. Is anyone else with them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm, you know, I don't want them to be attacked or come into any trouble, so.
All right.
I will help them.
It's a thick chain with enough doing. Like, there's no time pressure now, so you just managed to get it undone. Tell me how you do it, just for flavor.
I look at Zachriel with big eyes and say, "Please help."
Yeah, all right. You know what? I'm curious. I just, with my hand that is now reformed, I'm just gonna try and grab the chain and squeeze it.
It's like you have a normal hand.
Okay. All right. He just shakes his head. That's very strange. Okay. He's gonna stick the Sunni's teeth into the links of the chain and just kind of keep twisting the chain until it balls up and just kind of like try and break it.
Yeah, it takes a lot of doing, but you're able to snap a link. And the bullet is free. And then Lucy digs into the ground.
Lucy!
Then a second later, pops up over here. Ah!
Come on, let's go with me.
And she sticks to Hum. And, like, you can feel her... It's not the most comfortable thing because her snout is quite sharp as she nudges against you. Like a cat.
You're a vicious beast. Let's go.
Alright, so Lucy follows. Okay. So, what are you guys' plans? There's a couple of... You actually, I think you've seen... you have not seen all of the dungeon, but do you like cover? Do you cover the entire place?
Well, I mean, it seems like a lot of them are gone, except like so we kind of, I guess the smart thing to do would be like to cover the top without going down those stairs.
Okay. Just make sure people don't like hit us from behind later.
Or there are no more slaves or anything.
All right, so there are a couple more bedrooms, and a mess hall of sorts. You have to sort of tiptoe around that weird storm thing, though. Do you interact with that at all?
Hell no. That's a me thing. You guys can.
Rook points it out to you and says, "That's probably the way to the air complex." But I have no way of getting through it myself. So let me just ask, are you guys gonna, like, are you gonna just be sure to avoid it, or are you gonna try to interact with it?
I'm avoiding it, but
Yeah.
Any one of
You
you?
all.
Anybody? I just want to know.
I'm avoiding.
I'm good.
Okay. You guys leave the weird node of air, or not node, yeah, node of air elemental energy moat alone. And otherwise, the dungeon is mostly clear. There's no other treasure to be had here.
Alright.
Although you also see a way into what you assume would be the fire temple, but yeah, you've already been there. And with that, you do what?
I guess we gather everyone, and we didn't find any more like civilians or anything, did we?
You did not.
Okay. I guess we gather everyone that we can, and we start heading out to Orboro.
All right. And as the excavators start loading up carts, you have 2 at your disposal now. Actually, you probably have 4 because there are a couple waiting outside.
Yeah, I mean, if they're still under corruption, I will take whatever time I need to try and.
There's a little montage of Zachriel freeing these elementals, and there's lots of like just good vibes all around. And you have several more carts at your disposal, and you hop on and start making your way back to Orboro.
But how do we bring Lucy?
Lucy could fit on one, actually.
Delia, you want to ride with me and Lucy?
Of course.
And another elemental cult stronghold beaten down, and the cult severely wounded. The excavators head back through the tunnels to Orboro, and we'll continue next time with GTF.
Yeah. Bye, Joy.
Goodbye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Joy.